alright, I'm not late. What's going on, you animals? You legends, you aliens, crazy people. It's Blake here for the Little Regret 265 channel. We're gonna go ahead and jump relatively straight in. It looks like I am getting microphone signal, so that's good. That is a good sign. Alright. So with that said, we are going to warm up a little bit on single player, like the title has suggested. So I'm going to do, I think, 2 races, 2 longer races, but 2 races no less. And then we're going to move right into the dailies. I'm not going to waste too much time with any of that. I really do want to do some more liveries, but I've had so many issues with the decal uploader on this dang game. Mainly because there's a few source decals I'm trying to find, and I can't get them under 15 kilobytes on the SVGs. And it is just killing me. Just killing me. Trying to adjust that slightly. Not sure if that's much better, but we'll live. So gonna try and do the Group 1 race at Daytona since I've not won that one yet. It's a pain in my butt. Also, wouldn't be a bad idea to look at World Touring 800 for this, or GT Cup Group 3. I think they're, excuse me, pretty much the same race. I think 10 laps, except this one allows free tire choice, and you can do anything to the car as long as it's under 800. Versus GT Cup is BOP on, and then you have racing hard tires. And the reward is higher for this one, but the lap count's the same. 7x fuel, 15x tire on that one, versus 8x fuel and 12x tire on the World Touring 800. Not that it matters, but I think it would make for good practice, so I might actually do that tomorrow. When we're getting to the manufacturer side of things. I do intend to do that race. I'm again going to miss the Saturday race, which means we're only going to have 3 valid rounds. Which means that the season's going to be a little bit of a bust, if I understand correctly. I think it's counting 4 out of 6 rounds as opposed to 3 out of 6, but we'll get our 3 and we'll run. Let's see. A couple ideas here for what I wanted to do. Since Group 1, naturally I should try and gravitate towards a Group 1 car. Let's see. I want to see if I have the TS050, but if not, I'm either going to use the GR010 or I'm going to use the Dodge SRT Tomahawk Vision. Because both of those seem like the right car. I do have the GR010 as noted, and I do have a TS050, so I think I'm going to use this. Just thinking about it. Think about it for a while. Yeah, and there's the SRT. So yeah, and you can see the GR010 at stock power and everything. It's heavier, lower PP. I don't know. I'm not as much of a fan. Cheesy. What's going on, True Blood? Hope. Well, I shouldn't say I hope. I know you're doing well today. I'm glad to see you here. Thank you for showing up. And then the Tomahawk will probably be the one I go to if this doesn't work out super well. I'm gonna try and do this soft in terms of tire choice. We're gonna see how it all plays out. But I think this should be good. This should all be good. So let's just get right into it. Am I doing something wrong? I clicked on it twice and it just didn't go in at all. Not sure what's going on today. Of course, gotta stay hydrated. I'm prepared. Those of you guys on Twitch, make sure to use that hydrate. Those channel points for hydrate. No penalties. No penalties challenge? How about clean race challenge? How about both? How about I don't really think that's realistic, but we'll see what happens. I think that'll be fun. We'll try and go for no penalties on it. And we'll try and go for the clean race, because the clean race bonus is 50%. So not insignificant. A little stretch beforehand, and also use your channel points on stretch. Oh, we're not doing this without ABS. I refuse. I refuse. I'm not sure if you saw me literally stand up and try and slam the brake pedal there. Didn't quite go to plan. Yeah, it's not even... Okay, let me actually pull the cable on this. Clean race bonus is honestly more based on how you interact with the cars around you and if you hit any walls. It used to be more like, don't go off the track, don't hit any cars, don't do any of that. But it used to be more lenient about car contact. Now it seems like it's actually more focused on car contact than it was in GT Sport. So, not really certain on that one either. There we go, we got brakes. So we got the soft tires. Let me actually do it now. Bring it all the way into the inside. And yeah, it looks like this thing is just going to run out of battery straight away. And it'll recharge. And it's probably one of the better LMP ones at charging the battery, but still, just going to run out of charge straight away, which is not going to be helpful in our pursuits on the straights. So I guess out of the corners very quickly, but the more careful you are, the better it's going to play out. Drafts and you're making it hard for me. I've only gotten one clean race online, but it's impossible. It's possible you really have to like focus more on getting clean race and actually doing the race itself. You can't go out there with the intention to race people, which sounds dumb because it kind of is, but given that you would be paying thousands of dollars out of pocket for any repairs that would be happening if something did happen to your car, that's usually the mode of thinking that you go out there with when you're in your own equipment or when you're on the track with real stakes. Particularly when I was gonna try and drive through it. I was really gonna just try and drive through it. But that's how you tend to operate when there's consequences. I know you probably have comments about that. I also have comments about it, but I'm not gonna address it. We'll do a little correction there, a little correction dance. The worst part is they brake so early, but they don't get out of the corner poorly, they just take the best line. Had to really kind of weave my way through there. Alright, and we're 21 seconds down the road, so let's just try and make it count. No penalties. Let's figure it out. The thing is, we're going to run into cars that have a much stronger advantage than us in a straight line sooner than later. Really should have taken some downforce out of this thing too, if I'm honest, but I didn't want to make the car too tricky to drive, which now I'm realizing that I'm topping out 180 was probably a mistake. I think if I want this win, I might have to take the downforce off. Either that, or I'm going to go like hell on the infield section. We'll see. I'm just gonna try and one-shot this. I'm not gonna put every fiber of my being into winning or losing. I'm just gonna one-shot it. Just kind of get warm, get my muscles ready. Now I just try and stick in the slipstream and make it count. we're getting good speed now that we're in the draft, but outside of that, we are not so good. Just gotta get in that gap when you can fit in it. That Bugatti's gonna be terrible on the top end. Looks like the Alpine's a little better than us, so we're gonna stick right behind him so we can get that benefit. Because these guys aren't the race. You aren't on the edge of spinning out on every corner, you aren't going past some YouTuber. Some race car driver. There we go. Get in there, Lewis. We had to get in there. It was simple. Alright, we're up to 10th. Still 20 seconds down the road. We're kind of leveling off with the lead car, which is quite a ways ahead of second. Best I've finished in this is only third. Best I've finished in this race is only third, so the hope is to change that, but we'll see. I'm going to go with a one-stop strategy, which we should have plenty of fuel to do. My main concern is the tires themselves. Come on, get a little closer, please. I just need some draft. I think we go the long fucking way around. Get right back in the slipstream. Car behind's gonna go in as well. Not too shabby. Could actually enter there a little bit faster. I have to be a little bit more careful on the tires. I'm already getting quite a bit of right rear wear. Just leaning on it too much. Doing a little better, 19.2 instead of 20.2 here. It's good. Yeah, wasn't really any hybrid to speak of there. Burned up a lot of it on the doing some wheel spinning there. It is what it is. You get what you give. Okay, that was a little spicy. If I even get second on this and I get a clean race, I'll be happier. I won't be truly fulfilled unless I get first, but I'll still be relatively happy if I get second. This is definitely still running way too much wing on it. Like, the fact that the car is nosing over at 178 is a problem. It's just... It's not like too slow, but it's too slow. Well, you need to be doing at least 190. We're getting the power off the corner, which is good, but... Luckily, we didn't really get a whole lot of rear wear there on the tire, so we can just bring it in nice and easy. To the next. Since the tire wear is so much right now, I think it would be best just to do 5 and 5. still have pretty much one whole lap in the tank left, but I'm just going to go ahead and take it. And we'll fill to the diamond and just take it home. Not terrible on fuel. We'll come out in 16th. Gotta make sure I get my braking done earlier than I think, even though it's still got great brakes. Alright, we are 41 seconds down. Quite a margin, but you can also see that first is way ahead of everyone else. And then they go into the pits. Got squeezed a little bit by the Porsche there, but that's alright. Had to take evasive action there, which is unfortunate. He's going to probably just come right back around me on the straight. But I really can't afford to dilly-dally here either. Lose time behind them going slower through the chicane. Let's give them some drafts. What do you want to do here? Alright, it's back into 8th now. 24 seconds down. I'm really starting to think that Dodge was a better choice here, but that's all right. Just want to see what we could do with the TS050. Because I think the GR010 would have been just as bad or worse, but the Dodge would have probably been the one that I wanted, particularly when it comes to top-end speed. GR010 would have been better in terms of speed, but not. It would have been probably a little too weak in the infield. So my lap times would probably be the same or worse, even if the car was going faster in a straight line. I think this is going to be about what it is. Yeah, I think we got the podium, but only just. Like, I'm not confident that we're gonna have second or first. I don't think Miyazono is gonna come in at all, and I don't think that we have enough gap on top three to really get him moving, but we're not moving quick enough. Oh no, Miyazono came in. Never mind. Take it back. I'm honestly a little bit unsure about how that penalty even came about, but it is what it is. I won't be the one. I refuse to be the one. Second is an obtainable distance up the road. We are fighting an uphill battle because of just how much we are at a deficit on the straightaways, but second is an obtainable amount up the road. It's like I'm slower than the McLaren on the straight. I'm going to get him in the chicane, or at least get close enough to slipstream. But this is an uphill battle, as mentioned. I guess it really might just be the white line there. If you're in the white line and you have the throttle on, I think they might just give you a penalty. Give all four in. Will be enough to get me to third. I don't know about second. We're gonna try though. It's not over till it's over. Got lucky there. Bit slow there. I'm upset, but I'm not gonna let it get to me. Yeah, these rear tires are fucked. Because, like, I really was not even trying to push them there, and they're about to slide out. I'd rather it here than online, though, to be honest. Looks like the Mazda might have even run out of fuel there at the end. Yeah. Sucks. Sucks to suck. But that is not the end of the day. Why, it is only the beginning. And yeah, I think that if I had taken the right amount of downforce out of the car, that would have been a much easier race to try and win. Hell. I'm surprised that the softs even lasted that long in terms of just how much longevity they had on track. So, but they did good. They did good. I didn't. I'm curious, and I want to run this on mediums. So yeah, we'll go ahead and jump into the daily races right after this. Daytona was harsh. Road Atlanta should be slightly less harsh. I mean, that depends. If I overdrive the car, it's gonna bite, but I think I'll be alright. just having a good sense of where the grip is at is really going to be key here, and getting on the pace early. Fortunately, I already have a little bit of requisite data. Isn't that right, Trueblood? Alright, call of Bondulance. Flat out up the hill, easy. Easy flat. Use some overtake to get past him here. So we have a little bit of a bump moment. Can really position these cars amazingly, but you have to be brave too. And that's one of the best parts about racing them online is you have that you have the ability to really be precise with your positioning, but you have to be really brave and high commit. It really sorts out the quick ones from the slow ones. Easy flat. Would have been easy flat, there wasn't a car in the way. Couldn't quite get it to hook up anyhow. But we're making positions. Shouldn't be making passes there at all. Never in my life. Just gotta be decisive about it. Get him. A little easy there. Give him room to breathe, to exist. And get him on the inside. Alright, that's 8 positions in 2 laps. I like it. I'm a fan. This is the first time I've really seen the AI in this car just like outgunned. Alright, not too bad. And you push some of that brake back. We're in slipstream, so I'm not going to worry about overtake right now. Same thing. I think we can get 2 out of 3 here. Nope, just 1 out of 3. Maybe 2 out of 3. Maybe 3 out of 3. Took a few more corners than I'd hoped for, but that's fine. We're only 7.5 seconds off the lead car as I get a little bit too much grass there. Oh my goodness, this thing can fly through the S's. It's remarkable. It's uncanny. Like, I've never seen a car drive like this. I don't think we ever will see a car drive like this on Road Atlanta. Twister. You're thinking of Twister. Right? Fun fact, when I was a kid, I thought that was a dragster, not an F1 car, but that's because I didn't know what the fuck was going on. What? You don't like Tomoaki? You're not a Tomoaki fan? I thought you liked Smokey Joe Mookie. Yeah, a 105 on this track is absurd. That is nuts. Had to fight to keep it on the island there, because if I dipped a wheel off, that would have been trouble for me. Trouble for him. Definitely very screwy there. The one thing that's clear though is I've got pace. I've got the pace on these guys, so I'm not really too worried about that. So I have time to figure this out. Tires are showing they're going to last. The only thing that really might not is fuel. At any rate, I intend to bring it into the pits anyway. Unless they aren't. Yeah, it's upsetting that just by trying to be a little too daring, I lost so much time, but it is what it is. I wouldn't even be mad if I got a track limits penalty there, because I definitely was pushing the boundaries a little bit, though I think I did keep a couple wheels inside, one or two. I hate his AI, cheats the most. How do you mean cheats? Because I think that several people have different definitions of cheating, so I just want to understand yours. And I may have asked you this privately, but I just am blanking right now. Yep, there's first right there. So yeah, we've got this covered. Ultimately, it's really just down to like, oh, are they on a no pit strategy or not? Because then there's either a race or there isn't. I knew there was nowhere to go there. I accepted it as a part to it. Fortunately, there's no damage turned on. He's always in first by default. You're always in last by default. What are you trying to say to me? He just shows up first. He stakes his claim. Alright, I don't think we're going to use any more overtake for a while, just in case we do end up being on the short side of fuel. Because I'm reading that we're going to be 2-ish laps short. So, if in case I do need to take that pit stop, I'm going to hold on to that overtake so I can really, really rag it out and use it. Though if I feel like I'm safe from a pit, I might just go ahead and pit anyway. Ooh, it kind of rotated through there. It kind of liked it. Box this lap, followed by the sheesh emote. Okay, all right, whatever. It is saying I'm not going to make it on fuel. It is saying I'm not going to make it on fuel. And I think it'd be smarter to try and save to box and try and save fuel, especially with the gap that we're starting to develop. Why not? I might have committed too late there. I might have earned myself a penalty. So yeah, Diamond saying that we needed more fuel anyhow. Went on to the soft tires. We had to go through the whole pit animation, which is sort of what I was worried about. It's saying we're in 18th, 19th now. We're gonna probably come out in 19th, yeah. Oh, not even that. Well, last first challenge again, except we on better tires. Well, we kept the overtake for good reason. Because we're going to need it more to carve through the pack than anything. Unless they also end up hitting, which in which case, this won't be a very interesting race, but it'll be an interesting dynamic. Well, we got a couple people pitting already. So it looks like they may be pitting for tires. A little bit more. The funny thing is I can't even tell how much faster these tires are. It's like I'm not driving that much faster is really most of what this is. Try to take avoidant action there. That's on me. Best believe I'm not going to be this aggressive when it comes to the online, though. We're 11 seconds back and we've got 4 laps to cover it, so I think we'll be okay. It's going to take some doing, but I think we can do it. We still have plenty of overtake left, so that's the least of our worries. As they go into the pits. Though what I'm starting to see, and what's probably going to end up being the trend, is that they're going to start going into the pits, like, right around now-ish, and then the race is going to pretty much be over. Yeah, it's crazy how fast you can hustle this thing now. I feel like we can make it too. Not quite. We got close though. .4.7, not too bad. Try to push me off into the grass. Asshole he is. Had a weird little snap there. Just pushed it a little too far. The car was already kind of in a weird weight transfer state by the time I touched the grass. So it didn't help anything. First two still haven't pitted yet. Beep, 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 beep. Couldn't help it, sorry. One of them's coming in. Looks like it's Yamanaka. Yamanaka. I'm gonna try and take this flat, hopefully not run into him. Just cover it off. This kind of pace deficit is wild. This is ridiculous. A little unfun if I'm honest, but it's ridiculous. And we should have plenty of tires for the last lap too. Realistically, I should have been on soft tires the entire time, but it made the race all the easier. There, and then they're coming into the pits. I'll just take this opportunity to try and set a fast lap until I go off into the gravel. Guess what? I'm not under any threat whatsoever. No one is close to me. Nope, so much for a fast lap. Shames. I think a 103 is definitely possible. Let's burn the rest of the overtake then, I guess. Well, I guess my camera is blocking it, so you can't really see exactly how much I have, but I'm just now getting under a quarter of my charge left. Using it all that much after a certain point. Alright, well, that's cool. So yeah, you just gotta stick with that one. Car's not gonna have enough fuel in it natively to make it, but you can find ways around that. And everyone's gonna pit anyway, so you're safe to do the same. Even if it doesn't seem like it, you know, just pit around the midpoint of the race. If that's what you want to do, I would say, yeah, like if you're struggling with it, just go on softs, pit 7 or 8 or 9, whatever feels most comfortable for you, and then take the soft tires out. Anyways, and it is now 15 till. I'm tempted to do race C, but I don't think that's going to go over super well. I would have more time to set times and do all of that. I know you probably have a proclivity towards B, since you like the Group 3 cars more, as it seems. Also, I hope I'm not trying to seem like I'm playing Mind Reader or just anything like that. But, I've been doing lessons with True Blood, so effectively there's been a lot of good rapport in terms of just making sure that, like, we're kind of on the same page and I'm trying to help him improve, rank up, all that stuff. And there's like also we're just good friends, so like there's just a telepathy thing going on. But yeah, and if you guys want any lessons on how to improve or get better or anything, also I'm gonna say this now before I make myself look bad on daily races, but if you want any lessons on how to improve or to up your rank or kind of break into the next echelon, I do offer lessons. I will get that command made soon, but my services are on Fiverr if you're looking. If you search GT7, I'm probably one of the only people who will come up on there. So you can go ahead and do that. Working on getting a storefront together as well, so that's my own storefront rather than one that's publicly hosted and then I have to take they have to take a cut of my money, which I don't like that, so yeah. Working on it. Anyways, all that talking. I'm not sure if I should do long qualifying for B or if I should just commit to doing C right now. Because this one is going to be a classic. Temptation is hitting me. The temptation. I think I'm going to go with race C then, yeah. See what's meta. 650s all around. They seem to be the best car here. So I won't fight it. I like my 650. I won't fight it. I'm tempted to see what the SLS would do around here. I'm tempted to see what the Cayman would do around here, and I'm tempted to see what the Corvette would do. But none of that really matters all too much. It's just on hards. There's probably going to be no pit stop. There won't be a pit stop in this race. It looks like it's just going to be a straight fight, which I really appreciate. I think it's going to make for a fun race C. Oh, never mind. I lied. You have to take at least one pit stop. Light mechanical damage, you have to take at least one pit stop. Shortcut penalty is on. Penalty for collisions and pit lane cutting penalty is going to be on. So, no wall collision penalty though, so no instant 1.5s. That is good to know. Alright, yeah, let me go ahead and get myself in here. I've been wasting time just talking about it when I could be doing it. We'll see if it likes those changes. I just realized you can't really do anything with suspension tuning, but I did make a quick adjustment before we got out there. Gotta really use a lot of these curves without getting used by a lot of these curves, and that's the tricky part about this track. But I think it's really a classic in just about any car you can do it in. Like, it's fun and stuff that's slower, like the Group 4s, even when you mess it up. But it also scales up really well into stuff like the Group 1s and the Super Formulas. It makes for great racing everywhere. It's wide enough, it can handle the amount of cars, but it's still very technical and tricky. Yeah, car is not steering all that much. Like, I barely made it through Destricane. A little bit of sleight of hand, but... It also seems like it almost seems like it's delayed on my end. Like, I'm grabbing the gear and it's taking a while to put the gear in. It's really frustrating. So yeah, I think we should be aiming for like high 140s here, if I'm not mistaken. You can go push like +4 on the brake counts. This thing is really, really pushy. Now I tried to set it up so it'll put most of the weight up on the nose and everything and actually do what it needs to do. But it's really pushy. Maybe stiffening up the rear would help a little bit too. It's not like it's getting out of hand in the slow corners either. Yeah, there's more room to go, so we can get it tighter. Let me make it a little bit more aggressive. Yep. I should have made those changes I was just talking about, because that would have been a good time to do it, but I'm just going to focus on the lap and then make the changes once we get to the warm-up session. Probably a little bit fucked up from having to driven the Group 1 in the Super Formula first and then having to transition over to this. Sets a bad expectation for what the handling dynamic of the car is going to be. Like there, like I keep thinking like, oh yeah, if I brake here, it'll be fine. Because if it was on medium tires, it would be. If it was on mediums, it certainly would be. But on hards, it's a lot. It's very much of a different story. I still go deep into the corner. Yeah, it should certainly be easier to induce oversteer in this car than it is, so I'm going to make some adjustments. Because this thing, it feels sluggish. It feels just like unresponsive. I know that's only a little bit the actual car, and it's mostly me. Better than that even, so we went, yeah, we had some issues there, so let's fix them up. good arc out of there at least. Turn it a little earlier. Brake earlier here. Yeah, because there's no way we should be gaining a second on, you know, like third or fourth lap. But that's what it is sometimes. I made a lot of mistakes. Mistakes were made. I was a little slow through there, actually. Probably lost a few hundredths. Alright, that's a little better. I think that 46 or 45 even is going to be the goalpost time, but 47 is not bad. I wasn't paying attention when we were in the record screen. Should have maybe even watched the ghosts. Dang, got almost 2/10 even just there. Or I did get 2/10 just there. I was worse on the brakes? How? That one I try to carry too much minimum speed through the chicane. I understand that. That's fair. My car choice triggers you in a good way? Do you how do? Yeah, still way off. Because Lead did a 46.3 and a Viper. I should be ashamed of myself. Failed. I need to change that bind too. I didn't get to make the change. So yeah, we'll be starting from 11th. Which is suboptimal, we'll say. I think I have faith. I genuinely have a lot of faith, but it's suboptimal. To put it nicely. My brand! It's meta. Your brand is meta. Your brand is the one that's on. Your brand is the one that's on this week. So think about that. Do daily race C. Be a man. I'm just messing with you. Yeah, I won't mess with the ARBs anymore. Yeah, I was looking at the leaderboards and it seems like this is the hot car right now. So I'm not gonna fight against the hot car. Especially because like I'm at a point where I'm like now defending my rank and I'm trying to actually make sure it goes up, so I have to, you know, go with the flow in a lot of ways, and I hate that, but at the same time, you have to go with the flow sometimes, especially when you're at a skill deficit, which I'm at a skill deficit. Stroll? I mean, you can see one guy's name on here is never the same car. And that's just that's a statement of how good he believes, how good they believe they are, and how good they're playing. So I ain't it. I think we can definitely make some positions here, and I want to make some positions here, but we're not going to go on with any expectations. Just going to see how the race goes. Also, did you know this car has 7 gears? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's so much better. Let's fight. Yeah, this is going to be a knockdown, drag-out fight for sure. Like, I'm going to have to work with these positions if I want them. Like, we're going to have to catch people slipping, really. We're going to have to catch people slipping, because I don't think the pace is going to be just immediately there. You know, we're in a good all A plus lobby. And we caught people slipping, and that's how it goes. And I can honestly tell you, like, I'm definitely driving underneath my limit, but I'm just trying to be smart, too. If you don't want me there, shut me down. You can see that guy's already going to the pits, just covering it off now since you have to take that mandatory stop. And there's no real best time to do it, because you don't have to pit this car at all. Looked like there was a bit of a netcode bump going on there. Not going to ask questions, just going to keep going. Back out of that one, live to fight another day. Sometimes you just got to know better. Sometimes you just gotta drive better. Like that. That was one of those times I needed to drive better. There we go. We can make up some time because he ran out a little too wide. There's no real good braking markers there, and everyone's desperate to go as fast as they can on entry. We're GT players. And that's the next video. If I get caught up in traffic, I should really consider just pitting off it right away. But I'm not being held up particularly, so I'm just gonna stick with the motion in the ocean, the sun, and the sky. And we get a run. Okay, thank you for the bump. Appreciate you. Alright, let's go ahead and work on catching P5 if we can. Ooh, we fucking missed that apex by a mile. It happens sometimes, but it's not what you want to happen. Oh my god! Could I drive worse? I mean, yes, I could, but still. I need to drive better is the point. I'm obviously trying to make. Oop, and he got dechicaned. Yeah, I have it right on the edge there. But not too close. Could have gotten on throttle a little bit earlier there. It's okay. But yeah, we did good to make it from 11th to 6th in this amount of time. And that's more to do with just the quality of our driving and judging what we can get away with and what we cannot. So that's good. It's driving to be proud of. Oop, and they're getting argy-bargy up there. So one of them going off, one of them's going off. Ooh, I got the car to rotate perfectly there. I was pretty much zero steering it all the way through that corner. That felt beautiful. Ooh, my god. Could you make my day worse? Actually, not. You could. You could. But how bad do you want it? Because I want it pretty bad. I'll tell you that right now. I want it pretty bad. Ooh shit, ooh shit, ooh shit. Ooh, that was a lot of understeer. I didn't get death chicane, but I got a lot of understeer. So that was on me. I tagged the wall. I might want to think about pitting soon. I don't really have to, but I might want to think about it. If I can't close back up in a lap or two, I should definitely bring it in. But just like you said at the top of the stream, it's going to be cheesy. If we're not taking any fuel, we're not taking any tires. Just need to come into the box, come right back out. Just a mandated stop. A stop and go, if you will. This car has no grip. And it's not this car, it's all of the cars have no grip on the hard tire. And like, it's both fun and frenetic, but also it's just like, it almost feels lousy. Yeah, I'm not closing this gap right away. I should do a little bit better than that. Why is that helicopter flying so low? That would be disturbing so much of what we're trying to do, much less the spectator experience. Be blowing people's hats everywhere. But never mind me. Alright, yeah. I'm gonna cover them off next lap, since they're going into pit. It's my jam. You have to brake so early for every freaking turn on this track. I hate it. This is not. It's the car. It's all the cars. So yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and bring it into the pits this lap. I don't see any reason not to. You know, it might be like, I would say, oh, it might be in my best interest to stay out and try and race in clean air and all that fun stuff, but like, I don't think so. I just have to accept I'm going to be slow there sometimes. But really, the earlier you can commit to getting inside, the earlier you can get back on power. Oop, okay, I was a little overzealous on pit entry there. I'm going to have to bring it in tighter next time, or else I'm going to get a pit lane penalty. So, boxing next lap. Running third overall, we still have to take our pit stop, so I'll take my next lap. So yeah, let's hopefully finish in the top half of the field, which we should be on track to do, for the record. Should get spat out a little bit by that curb, which is not good. Yeah, you really have to commit to bringing it back to the inside early. Like, you can't go all the way out to the wall or even all the way out to the curb. You have to commit to bringing it back early, or else the car's not going to get all the way to where it needs to be to carry the speed that you want. Alright, just give me my stop and my go. Ooh-wee. We beat the car that we were racing earlier out of the pit. In 6th currently. And I think some of these guys haven't pit yet, so we might still genuinely be in this fight. Keyword might. Ooh, when this thing is on, it's on. When it works beautifully. When you can get it turned in early, it responds wonderfully. I think P5 already pitted for sure. P4 I think still has to pit. P3 may have to pit. 1 and 2 still have to pit. But I'm pretty confident P5. They were in the pits on the first lap. So they're good. They're covered. Which means they've just been driving a great race effectively to this point. And undeterred in clean air, which is really what you want to be doing. You don't want to be caught up in other people's foibles. You want to just get out of the way and give yourself a clean track to drive. So I would say pitting on lap 1 would not be a bad idea at all, especially if you're further towards the back than you want to be. So I feel like that guy's gonna get a podium, but we'll see. Ooh, that's a lot of understeer. I'm gonna lose a lot of time to that. See him homing in now. But I just gotta hold on for one more lap. That's really all I need. I'm not outside of slipstream range, which means we're not out of Kansas just yet. Yep, and they both had to pit, which means that we could come out net P4 if we can hang on. Is he going for it? What was that? Because he got way fucking close to me with the brakes. Still might be too much understeer there. Just tiptoe through here. Keep the gap. They do not have slipstream right now. That is good. These are positive things. Don't mind my counter steer. I'm just whipping it. Oh god. Bad curve bounce. Fuck. Yep, you gotta be super precise in positioning. Sucks. You know, I did what I could there. Almost came away with P4. Almost came away with P4. Top two had a great race. Third was in a class of their own. And we went from 11th to 5th, mind you, so it's not like we did nothing there. We drove our asses off. Kept our noses relatively clean. Just a couple brushes with the barrier. That's all it was. We still got the clean race. Again, still not certain on. But you know what, hey. We had no run-ins with other cars, ultimately. But, clean SR, gain DR, good racing. The beef is popping. Anyway. I'm tempted to actually do daily race B now. C is good. C is a classic. C is a classic. But I would actually say that B might actually provide better pick up and play racing, whereas C is going to be more like you're going to war. Oh, here we go. It was right here the whole time. I do kind of want to use a Corvette, but I'm gonna stick with a Porsche. Need to get ready to use it at Daytona tomorrow too, so I might change wheel rims for that though. Run mine totally not Ferrari wheel rim. Slightly more leverage. I don't even know if we sing these in time with the music playback for you guys.
Another milestone.
Yeah, I think at most, at absolute most, I'm going to do 2 more races. This might actually be the last one, but it might not. And the thing is that like I'm looking at that race C result, I'm like, dang, I'm a little frustrated and disappointed. When I really should be happy. Like 11th to 5th is no small potatoes. Like that's a good result. Honestly, I think that I might be driving better. Like I feel this so much more than I did the Group 4 cars, just from a drivability standpoint. Like this is, it's getting, yeah, I'm getting on better with it. If you're smart, that's flat. Earlier you can get in for the first turn, earlier you can get in for the second turn. You don't need a great exit out of there, but you do want to stop that run onto the back straight as best you can. You're 2/10 up pretty much. Brake balance change is huge. Take that one flat out this time. Halfway between the 150 boards there. Messed up a little bit on the final corner, but that's all right. You want no parts of that big, tall curb there. It'll mess you up. Still somehow ahead, but whatever. Taking my final lap to make any changes. Oh, you're kidding me. I went out too wide. And this is not going to be my last lap to make any changes, though. Still got one more. One more to do it. Oh, it's so much faster through there. What's going on? Am I just bad? I think I'm just bad. I think I'm just bad, everyone. I'm just bad. Shit. Teeny tiny mistakes there. .30. It's gonna be the best we can do. And even with that, we will start 12th. We were not fast. Also, didn't count my 23.0, which would have put me in roughly, let's say P9. Or no, P8 or P9, one of the two. I think P8 in this lobby. The problem now that I face is that there's a much larger penalty for finishing mid-pack because there's more Bs here, which means they're going to take more elo off of me if I lose to them. Which means that I really have to make a point of beating a lot of them. Not to say that I can't, but it's going to be a little bit harder to do. Anyway. Gonna be starting from the back. Just gotta look out for any opportunities and see what we can seize. Yeah, I think we're probably gonna try this twice and then just improve the qualifying time on the next one. Yeah, a little bit upset to be starting all the way back here, but that's fine. Like I said, our time should have been good enough for P8 or P9 with where we sat. So I think that that's a reasonable goal to set for the race itself. I would hope for top 5, but we can't realistically expect much of that. We just gotta see how it goes. Put our radar up, make sure we're in good fighting conditions. And just be optimistic, but not too crazy into turn 1. Ooh, and we cover all that off. Gain 2 from start. Go side by side with this Porsche here. Not gonna fight it right now, just gonna try and settle in for the moment. I think that's the best thing I can do. Got lucky I didn't feel like lifting, which I should have done, but I just gave him a bump. Luckily, it seems like we're quicker than the Ferrari behind right now, so just gotta be careful going forward. Oh shit. Almost dropped it. Alright, I gotta find something a little bit more here. There's gotta be an opening. But this guy in the black Porsche is a fighter though. What the heck was all of that? And why did it go so late? Now I have damage. Shit. I mean, I gained positions and I should be happy for that. Well, let's try and get P6 then. Come on. Don't give me an opening, I will take it, but otherwise I feel like working together. Should have went for it. Should have went for it. We got that one done well. Just realistically, we'll see if we can get this next car, but no promises. Ooh. Worst part is I do feel myself sweating. Even though I'm like not really in the throes of it right now, I do feel myself sweating. That's not fun. I mean, still, another good result, 12th to 6th on this one. Another 6th position gain, but we gotta get to the end first. Itch my side a little bit there. I saw some stuff on chat. I didn't see specifics. I'll check it out in a moment. Just as I don't feel like having another final lap for foible like I did last race. Just outside of 10 seconds ahead. Said you got this even though you don't like the car. That's on you. That's on you. And then wow from Pivo. I'm guessing you're talking about that lap 2 incident. Probably is what you saw, because that was nuts. That was a nutty accident. Like just straight dive bomb on Banky Boy, and then it was just like complete collateral. Like I think it collected a bunch of people behind as well. I technically got caught, but I think it ghosted right after that happened, so I did lose some speed. But, I could have been worse off, I guess, for it. Lost speed, got damaged, but whatever. Another good race. Finished in the top half. Made those positions count, but I lost DR because, it was the same exact thing. The ELO is just too great to overcome. I got beat by a B driver, and so I lost out. That's how it goes. Yeah. It's funny, I said that guy was a fighter, and he ended up being a missile. That's what really happened. Food for thought. It's good to see you, Pipo, by the way. It's really good to have you in the chat. Thank you for stopping by and popping in. Yeah, I for sure this next one is going to be the last one. I don't know. I feel equally as ambivalent between both of those races. Equally as ambivalent. C was better racing, but the car felt worse to drive. And B, the car felt better to drive, but I didn't have as much fun, and I was also a little bit more under threat. So I lost the DR. But you know what? I'm going to come back with a vengeance. We're going to do it. And we're going to make the last one count. Also, I think I'm going to go with the Corvette on this one. Let me see something. Actually, you know what? I'll go with the McLaren. I'll go with the McLaren because I'm feeling myself, even though I shouldn't be. But we have only a couple of laps to improve that qualifying time, so let's make it happen quickly. Fortunately, it did log that 23.0 that we should have had when we initially started the race, but let's see if we can go any faster. Fastest guys in that lobby were 22.0, so if we can get down to like 22.8 even, I'd be happy. But I'd say we need to go a step further and really try and aim for like a mid-22 at least. Whether that'll happen or not, don't know, but we're gonna find out. Make the last race count, as they say. And this one you want to rev all the way out. We might have a slight power advantage, but I think we're going to be down where it matters. In terms of cornering capability. Try and do one a little better this time. I just need to improve a little bit more, and this will be right on my fastest. So that's good to see. I want a little bit more, but this is good data to see. Alright, and that's a new personal best, I believe. Not by much, but by enough. 92965. Wow, I really thought that it wasn't going to be that much push, but it was quite a lot of push on throttle there, so we still have time for another lap after this, but hey, maybe we left 2/10 somewhere on the second and third sectors. Let's make this final one count. There we go. gained a 10th there. And I feel like we could have optimized it even more, but we gained, you know, almost 2. So that's a good sign. Ah, shit. Man, I gained, but I really messed up that last corner. Gained, but I really messed it up. 22.8. Yeah, that was, what was it, 22.965? Could have been a 7. Could have been a 22.7. Is what it is. It's not a time to be upset with at all. Just could have been a 22.7. And I think you gotta go for every last inch when you have the chance. Like, I feel like I'm gonna have lost a qualifying position to that. You know, if we say it was a 10th and a half faster, 15 hundredths, whatever you want to say. Yeah, exactly. 1 or even 2 places, depending on how you want to slice your apples. We'll say 1 place. We'll be fair and say 1 place would have been it. So, where we finished 6th last time, we'll be starting 6th this time. So our goal now is just to have ourselves a holly jolly Christmas and a very good race. Not sure what that's supposed to mean, but we're gonna do it. Now that's what I call hard parking. Yeah, I messed that up though. Definitely just kept my foot in it after a certain point. I knew that. Well, yeah, I'm glad that there's not too many other cars that aren't 911s, and we are among them. Top 5 would be good, but let's just have a good race. Try and gain some DR, point blank period. Look for opportunities, run smart, have fun. Alright, let's get after it. Cool, fuck you too. Yeah, go get fucked. Go get fucked, stupid. Excuse me. Sorry for my language, you guys. What a bad person. What a bad person. Gotta be careful not to spin the car out at all. Get 8th back, but we gotta claw back a couple more. Ooh. You fucked me up. I didn't mean to do that. I really didn't. Shit. Alright, well, let's just keep on digging. We should be able to get 7th pretty easy. I should have known better when I saw his safety rating. He's gonna try and do some stupid stuff into 1. That's my opportunity. Let's get in there. It's a call of the wild. Stay in line. Honestly, not even sure how that one came to be. Like, I didn't give him that much room, but I did give him room. Let's make that very clear. Did I or did I not give him room? He just wasn't fully aware of where I was at. Which is possible. And we're back to 6th. Unfortunately, it looks like it's going to be a hard fight to get anywhere further. Yeah, can't say definitively I would have or would not have had a shot at getting positions, but it's a shame I didn't even get a chance to fight for it. We're not like having crap results either, so that's a good side of this. I just kind of wanted a little bit more, particularly from the race Bs. Though I would say that both of them, all three races I did, except for this one, qualifying wasn't great. Qualifying certainly wasn't great for the first two. But this one, qualifying was solid, and then just got taken by a ram-happy MF on one, and I should have seen him coming too. I was a little busy sizing up the car in front of me at the time. All right. No, I'm gonna message that guy. I'm just to be like karma. Karma for one. And like maybe I'm being a little more saucy than I ordinarily would or think is appropriate, but I mean like screw that guy, honestly. We did what we needed to do there. Like it wasn't a ping pong? Piss off. Honestly. Miss me with that shit. You gotta take this one down, you gotta take this one down. I get it. But... brain dead. Brain dead! Anyways, that's going to be my time, you guys. Thank you so much for coming to the stream. Hope you've had a great day. And I'm probably going to be gone for at least like a week. So I will hopefully be back. I guess that'll be probably Tuesday of next week. Hopefully. I'm not going to promise anything, but that'll be the goal. Let's see if I can go ahead and raid anyone over on the Twitch side. For everyone who's on YouTube, thank you so much for being here. Thank you guys, you all rock. My phone is dead. I'm going to go ahead and call it there then, because it's not going to allow me to raid. But you guys take care, race fair, and I'll see you next time.